Well, hello and welcome to Stereo 3D Plays in this Let's Play series of Bioshock Infinite in VR, using VorpX to power the virtual reality, and the Quest 3 is the current headset, in part 5, but not for long, because today's part is actually going to be a one-off, B-roll-like episode. The reason being is, and this is back in the day, I used to record gameplay footage in order to use for VorpX guides, and would add the voiceover that gameplay and everything. And I would never publish that gameplay up until a little later, where I started not only making the guides, but also publishing the less edited version of the gameplay with the original audio on it. And I labeled those series VorpX B-rolls. And today's part is going to be a lot like that. We're going back to that style because I am actually tasked with recording a bunch of gameplay for the production of the upcoming updated tutorial for Bioshock Infinite and VorpX on Stereo 3D Productions. And so my task today is to record the VorpX setup from scratch with 3 different headsets. The interesting thing here is I'll not only be recording the setup, but I will be publishing a longer form, less edited version with the original audio again, so that you can get a feel for my point of view in real time while I do the setup, rather than have the whole guide format only. Of course, the guide is going to be much more informative than watching this, because in the guide I'm going to have the instructions very clearly laid out, but I still think it's cool to get my POV during the actual setup and see how it goes for me. So let's get into it, shall we, with the first big surprise of the day. Every time I come in here, I think it's the headset sweet spot being the issue, and I just realize it's because I just started with the default resolution. Yeah, I just updated the instructions document for Bioshock Infinite in VR with VorpX. And what I want to do right now is I want to start those instructions from scratch, kind of rehearse them with 2 headsets that are not the Meta Quest 3. And the reason why I want to do that is I want to validate, because when I tested just prior to recording this, I actually found out that the field of view issue that I thought was exclusive to the Quest 3 actually applies to all the headsets. I've tried the Quest 1 and I've tried PSVR 2, and they both manifest the exact same field of view issue. And I've written down the way to resolve it, but I want to make sure that the solution is good. So if you want to see how to do the setup just in the raw, without any structure or voiceover, well, stick around. Of course, I must disclose that this will eventually be organized into a much more informative guide, but this still might be interesting for you. So right now what I'm doing is I'm starting Bioshock Infinite for the first time with VorpX for the PSVR 2. I've wiped all the configurations, so we're starting from the very beginning. I'm running at a default resolution. The title screen doesn't particularly look good, and the setup is not complete. I have done the graphics configuration, which is going to be a separate segment in the tutorial. But right now, this is the VorpX setup. And at the first run with VorpX, here's what you want to do. You do nothing. You go in the game and you leave it. The reason for that is that VorpX seems to do some initial changes the first time you run it. And if you go and try to change your resolution in the settings or anything, they're actually not going to take effect correctly. And that kind of sucks. So you don't have to deal with that. Just load the game and exit it the first time you load it with VorpX. And that's what I'll do right now. All right. At the second load of Bioshock Infinite with VorpX, the game told us to restart right away, so we did. This time around, we're actually going to take care of 2 settings. And guess what we're going to do right after? We're going to restart again. So the first setting, first you want to press your delete key to bring up your VorpX HUD. You go to 3D strength scale, and you actually bring that down to 0.8. This is very important. The world is going to look absolutely ridiculous in terms of scale if you don't lower this value to 0.8. It's going to look like a dollhouse. Everything looks miniaturized. It's very important to have this on the correct setting. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to DirectVR settings. In DirectVR settings, what we want to do is we want to actually adjust our preferred resolution quality. So in the case of an RTX 4080, I could actually go all the way up to great. I'm going to play it safe with this headset, only because I can and I've tested this so far, I'm going to go down to the resolution of nicer. I want to remind everyone that this is a set of named tiers and not actual values. There are some tooltips at the bottom that try to tell you what range of resolution you're going to get, approximately 1080p to 2400p. They're not very useful, and this value is very hard to deal with. I really wish there was a mode where we could just have fixed resolution values rather than having this silly pixel density, but still with the name tiers on most systems, if you don't change any of the other values, nice, nicer, and great are the three options you really want to work with. And if you're on something older, you can go down to decent or okay-ish, which I find so ridiculous. But for now, I'm going to stick to nicer. I'm going to go okay and save. And now changes have been made by VorpX again, which means I need to restart the game again. By the way, if you're wondering, it's 4 game restarts right now. I'm hoping to bring it down to 3, because I think Ralph will actually resolve the field of view issue, but until then it's 4 restarts. So let's do the third one right now. Third, Bioshock Infinite start, and again with VorpX. So now we've just set our resolution. The field of view values should have been deeply embedded into the Bioshock Infinite INI files by now, by VorpX. So all the options we want VorpX to change have in fact been changed. There's going to be a fix I'm going to need for the field of view issue, and I want to make sure that VorpX doesn't counter it by ever changing the game settings again. So I'm pressing my delete key to bring up the VorpX HUD on the third run. I go down to change game settings under DirectVR settings, and I set that to off. This is very important, but it comes with a caveat. I'll be able to resolve the field of view issue now with a very simple solution. However, if I ever go in the game's options and change the graphics settings, it will break the game, and I will need to come back here and re-enable this. But for now, we're turning it off. We're going to hit OK and save. And guess what we do? I'm not even going in the game yet. I'm doing one last restart. Okay, it's time to go in the game. It's the 4th start, should be the last one, and I'm going to prove the setup with PSVR 2, and then move on to the Quest 1. Oh yeah, look at this inverted pitch! This is so bad. Woo. This is so bad. It does look good in here, though. Let's get a scan going. So this is the moment of truth. I open the VorpX HUD by pressing the delete key. I go to DirectVR settings, and I hit the DirectVR scan button. And remember, this is after 4 starts. I've disabled change game settings. I have the whole configuration done and set in stone. I can't touch the game's graphics settings anymore. And now once the scan completes, I should be almost good to go. But look at this. We have a field of view issue. However, the solution should be simple. Because I made sure that VorpX cannot counter any image zoom correction I make, I can use an image zoom correction. The value here that I want to put under image settings is 1.05. And if I save this, I should have a permanently perfect field of view in a permanently perfect Bioshock Infinite. And in the context of this recording, there's one last thing I want to do. In my prior testing, which I was talking about earlier, I actually ran this scene. I did a similar recording with the configuration you just saw. Except then I decided to start playing the game, and guess what happened on both Quest 1 and PSVR 2? The game crashed. It crashed 3 times, once on PSVR 2 and twice on Quest 1. I was going through the piece of combat that I did at the end of Part 4. So I don't know what's up, and I want to test this. And we have a crash. That is... Oh, wait. Is it still alive? I don't know what's going on now. Okay, so... we actually have a stack trace. I want to try running with Modern Warfare. I think the steady field of view may actually help with this micro stutter. And I don't know, maybe it actually helped the game just not crash the last time I was here. Because now it seems that all the time especially when I'm setting enemies on fire during combat, fucking thing crashes midway. So I may need to bring the image zoom back down. Let's see how 128 looks in this headset. I have a field of view of 128, and I have the image zoom at 1.05, which may need to come down, so we're going to see with Modern Warfare if I can actually get this working. I know that with the Quest 3, I was at 128 with a slight image zoom. My biggest worry here is to end up in a situation where I have to do one field of view per headset, and guess what? That is not the case. This is a perfect field of view. This is identical to the Quest 3. I hear the hit sound. And it crashes. Yo, this is lovely. This is why I do this testing and this recording. It will often happen that I find problems during the recording that I then figure out how to fix. But now it looks like I discovered something. Earlier on in the series, there's a setting that they disabled in VorpX. And it looks like this is going to be necessary for everyone, because it actually results in game crashes. So, use positional DirectVR needs to be turned off. And I believe I will instruct people to do this at the second game start. So when you pick your resolution, I'm also going to throw in the step of turning positional DirectVR off. After I turned it off, the scene I'm playing back there stopped crashing. So I'm starting a new recording. I just want to pick up some gameplay for PSVR 2 because maybe I'll want to include that in the guide reel. So it's time to kill this guy for like the 1,000,000th time in this testing. Okay. Nice. Oh, I got a large health kit from that. Okay, cool. Okay, good. Good, that's good. I see him, but it's like he's not there. I hate it when they do that. And I do not remember a Patriot here from last time. What's going on? This is wild. This is super wild. Okay, I gotta get closer to this fucking thing. We gotta get rid of these because they will be a massive problem. I need to fucking reload some shields here. Holy shit. That rotary gun is so distracting. Ooh. Excuse me, I need to get by you. I keep doing that accidentally, it's so annoying. think I'll be able to operate from here. Oh, you're nice and far. Okay, we got one machine left there, but I think I also got enemies left. So this is... I hate it when it does that. Fuck. Oh! 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 You fuckers are dead.
My aim is true, as my eye is the prophet's.
I hate these guns.
Reap what you sow. The Lord judges, I act.
Ooh! 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 You gotta be kidding me. Oh, I thought I had gotten... Ooh! Nice. Fuck you. Why is he empty? I gotta drink a little, man. I gotta drink to deal with this fucking shit. Oh, actually. Oh, I'm gonna need that. It's ammo that I need right now. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, there you are. Where are they? Where are they? Are there more? Man, this is not what I remember last part. I remember killing through these fuckers very quickly. Wow. Now there's like a... I feel like I triggered an enemy area that I originally did not trigger. Are they gone? Wow! Holy shit! That was a monster fight! I do not remember. I need to go watch the footage from part 4. Just very briefly to give you my impressions of PSVR 2 in this game. Colors are wonderful. I don't see the mirror because this is a bright game. So I don't have to worry about the mirror. I actually took care of most of the persistence with this display by going down to 90 Hertz and also adjusting the brightness down from 40 to 25%. So I went from 120 to 90 and from 40% to 25%. It greatly helps. Thanks to a video by SadlyItsBradley from a while ago where he had posted test results of persistence with various headsets. He had demonstrated that that is the setting you should use with PSVR 2. So as soon as I reminded myself of that clip and saw it, I made the changes. And today, I will say, for this game, I would play with PSVR 2. I wouldn't mind it. But I will also go back to a pact I made myself. During the original series, I switched headset a few times. I went between the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift, but at some point I shifted over to the Pimax 8K, which is, in my memory, one of the worst headsets I've ever used in my life. And one of the biggest regrets I have about stereo 3D productions is not realizing how close I was to the end of the game when I used the Pimax 8K to play it. I ended up finishing this absolute masterpiece with a piece of garbage. Because of that, I promised myself when I started this series, I like it so much with the Quest 3 that I want to continue playing it with the Quest 3. I do not want to change headsets, and I do not want to make any progress with another headset. Even though right now, this is very decent with the PSVR. In fact, the surprise about this experiment is how easy this setup is. Even though there's an extra bullshit step for the field of view, I will tell you that the solution is superior to relying on VorpX. So it actually makes the setup much superior to what we already have. And it also results in a stable setup. It's super stable. This is really enjoyable, especially when it doesn't fucking crash. I'm glad I found out why it was crashing. I'm glad I found that out before I made a guide, honestly, because it looks like it would have affected everyone. All right, it's time to take it from the top once more. This time bringing back a long-lost piece of technology in the Oculus Quest 1. The Quest 1 is a weird entry in the Quest line because it was so short-lived. The Quest 2 came in rapidly after. And so, even though it had some interesting qualities, they were all roughly introductory, very odd for a commercially released headset rather than a dev kit, which is what this kind of feels like. It's somewhere in limbo between consumer model and dev kit. And it's such a jarring step back right now, even from PSVR 2. I will say, even if you ignore the resolution of the displays, I would still prefer using PSVR 2 than this right now. This is a rough return. The form factor is not good. The interface is okay compared to like the CV1, but it's not awesome. And it is so front heavy. Holy crap, the Quest 3 is just a Cadillac compared to this with the head strap I have. Okay, let's get to business. This is the first VorpX run, and if you remember with the PSVR 2, I said, we just leave the game, we do nothing, don't even bother. Second VorpX run, the moment where we pick our resolution, set the 3D strength, and an additional step I'm going to include in this restart. So you press the delete key to open your VorpX HUD. 3D strength scale comes down to 0.8, like so. Then you go to DirectVR settings, and the first thing you change is use positional DirectVR. We're going to set that to off. The reason being is, earlier you saw I was getting crashing, and I figured out that this option, turned to off, actually results in no more crashing. And so it looks like there's actual critical issues with this, even though I by pure preference, disabled this at part 3 of the Let's Play series. It turns out that having it on actually results in crashes. And I only found out because I was doing these setups from scratch. So very lucky catch right there. Use positional DirectVR, goes to off. And then what you want to do is go to preferred resolution quality. And because I'm using a headset that is a lot more forgiving in terms of resolution, I will go to the resolution of nice instead of nicer like last time. And I'm gonna hit OK and save. And now it tells me to restart the game, which is what I'm going to do. Third game restart. This can actually be the before last in all cases. Earlier, when I demonstrated the Modern Warfare mod, I added a 5th game restart. You wouldn't need to do that. If you intend on using that mod, you can install it right after closing out of the game this shot. But what we do this time is we open the VorpX menu by pressing the delete key. We go to DirectVR settings, and then we go to change game settings and turn that off. VorpX has already done the heavy lifting. It's done all the configurations. We are good to go and lock it in. But remember, like I said with PSVR 2, if you change any options in the game, it will override a lot of the work VorpX has done, including the resolution. And so you'll need to come back here, turn this on, and restart the game one more time, then turn it off. So don't forget to do that. But let's hit OK and save, and we can quit out of the game. At which point I would install the Modern Warfare mod, but I won't because I actually want to go through the vanilla setup first. Fourth, game start. And if you're doing the vanilla configuration, it's the moment of truth. Just go right back in our save and get the game going. Okay, I'm not going to waste any time because of this uncomfortable pitch shit. Oh, this is so bad. I'm going to go to DirectVR settings and hit DirectVR scan. And now we should have just a rotation scan and a field of view scan. Doesn't matter if the field of view scan fails, it's not needed because we're using an eye on eye mode anyways. Now, the field of view looks wrong, and this is normal. We have that last step where we go to image settings, and we set image zoom to 1.05. The catch is that my setting of 128 with Modern Warfare also requires this amount of image zoom. So it looks like I'll always be recommending that amount of image zoom. What that image zoom does for me is, because we can run at high resolutions right now, I don't really mind the pixel density dropping just a tad in order to mask the time warp of when you move your head too quickly and the image falls behind. This actually masks it a lot. And so right now, the game is looking absolutely beautiful. The field of view is 100% correct, and yet another headset with an identical configuration, and this time it's an Oculus headset. This confirms to me two things, actually. It confirms to me that, one, the VorpX field of view calculation issue with this game is across the board. It's a bug across the board. It is very likely related to an update made to Bioshock Infinite and not to VorpX. And this also confirms to me that the setup is still very easy and only requires a few steps. Now, when I run, I'm seeing that field of view shifting right now, and I don't like it. I don't like it because it actually just tarnishes what could be a much more VR-friendly experience. So this is the point where I do an additional restart to go install the Modern Warfare mod with a field of view value of 128, but you don't have to do that. What I could have done is installed Modern Warfare before this game starts, and then I would have just gone and set my image zoom and done the DirectVR scan just the same. There, now I have the warning about a potentially conflicting DLL. That's because I installed the Modern Warfare mod. Of course, you don't have to worry about this warning. I've tested this. It does not conflict with VorpX. If anything, it works in perfect harmony with it. Now, I did modify the Modern Warfare mod settings themselves to make sure that everything be okay on that front. But this is just absolutely amazing looking considering the resolution of this headset. The way the game looks right now is maxing out the potential that this headset has of showing you this game, or of showing you anything, really. I wouldn't take it at any higher resolution, and we should be good to go. Boom. And the Modern Warfare mod is functional. My field of view no longer stretches. What an easy setup. I looked at my time code, including the time where I just have the tape rolling and I'm starting the game for the first time. 11 minutes. That's a goddamn fast setup. For so many steps, you'd think it's worse. What's funny is when you disable DirectVR positional tracking, there's a section here where the game has serious stutter when you walk through. And it goes away when you turn off DirectVR positional tracking. So this actually makes the game smoother. And of course, we're not going to be crashing anymore. So, hey buddy. Well, something I'm realizing right now, the audio in this headset is so fucking bad. It's so bad. Okay, He's gonna come for me? He will not come for me. Okay, I got plenty of this. Let me see if I can't take care of this side first. Okay. Oh. Ah, fuck. Gotta be careful, there's gonna be some guys around the corner here. Or not? Yep. Good. There's the guy there. Oh, fuck. Fucking fuck. Fucking hell. Press the wrong fucking button. Oh, fucking hell. Ooh. Surprised I almost fucking died there. Do I have salts left? I don't have any salts left. Hang on. Let's see if I can find anything. Shut up. Oh, machine gun ammo. Cool. Well, still no salts. Ooh. Where are you guys? Are they kind of stuck in the scene or something? I guess so. I got a bit of health right now. I should be good. Let's see if I left something behind here. I did not. Where are they? Where are they? Wow. On the PSVR 2, the Index, and this headset, the vertical field of view can be good, but it's not extreme. With the Quest 3, the vertical field of view is some serious amount of degrees more than the horizontal one, and it's offset. So you're looking at the top 2/3 of the display, with the rest of the displays sort of hanging lower. And when the image is centered, which VorpX does, the problem is you see a big gap at the bottom. And that's why I modified the resolution manually for the Quest 3 only. So that's probably what I'll do right now. I'm going through all this one more time with the Quest 3, and I'm actually going to do the I&I modification for the resolution so that we can actually get that working correctly. But it's nice to see a VorpX setup working this damn easily. Guess what, folks? Third time over. It's the first run. What I'm going to do during this VorpX setup where I'll get everything going for the Quest 3 is I'll try to speedrun it. I have very few things to describe that are different for the Quest 3. There are a couple of things, but for the most part, it's the same setup, and I will do an express version of it while talking a lot less. So, of course, this is the first run. You know what I'm doing. Alright, the second run. Geometry. Image settings. No possession of DirectVR. Nicer. Okay, and save. Set game. Third game start. Only thing we change is that. Now I'm gonna add a step. I'm actually gonna do the resolution change in the INI for the Quest 3. And instead of installing the Modern Warfare mod at the end with an additional game restart, this time I'm going to do it right now. Yes, I'm using my own guide to do the change. Yep, 1900 is the value. Save this file. I'm going to live on the edge and not even put it to read only, because I'm realizing the resolution does not change unless you change the game settings. Alright, I got the warning about the DLL. Again, it means I have Modern Warfare installed, but right now it's time to play the game, and oh my god, this is the best looking I've seen today. This is already so wow. Alright, all we gotta do now is DirectVR scan. I don't know why my headset muted there, but right now the field of view is incorrect. This is the additional step that corrects the field of view that I've been doing to all headsets. And what I'm hoping is that the VorpX fix that comes eventually for this profile just makes the image zoom default. Like the 1.0 should be equal to the dimension of 1.05, and that would actually resolve any problems we have. What an absolute beauty. Yes, I'm restarting the game one more time. And no, this is not necessary. We've done it enough times. I'm doing it an additional time to see that the game doesn't do anything sneaky to my setup from run to run and that everything works exactly the same. Every time I do a DirectVR scan, it mutes my Quest 3 audio. I don't know why. That is very, very strange. But here we are. And this looks identical to where I last left it. Image zoom 1.05 does the trick. The time warp is a little bit visible. There is something I could do out of personal preference, and I think it's either under main settings and more full VR settings, ambiance. So there we go, ambiance, or yeah, that's the one I want. Ambiance is gonna help at just masking the time warp a little bit. But besides that, this is a perfect rendition of Bioshock Infinite for VR. It's smooth. It's not going to have this weird stuttering every turn of the corner. It's really, really the way the game should be played. And the field of view doesn't stretch when you run thanks to the mod. This is the absolute way to go. Okay, let's see if the change I just made will save us some trouble. I'm trying to make it so that we don't need image zoom anymore when using Modern Warfare. I want to leave it at 1.0 to make the instructions as simple as possible. And I'm going to do a DirectVR scan. It's going to mute my headset because this is the Quest 3 and it's really weird. And I think we got it. The value is 125. I just want to check near objects to make sure that I'm not like slightly off. My god, this runs so well. It's actually surreal. Okay, so 1.0 image zoom, 125. In my instructions in the PDF, I'm going to exclude the step to increase image zoom to 1.05 if you're using Modern Warfare. So with Modern Warfare, you stick to 1.0. And what I'm going to do too is I'm actually going to give you guys a link in the description of this video even to a Modern Warfare copy that has the proper settings for VorpX already built in, so that I don't have to add a step for you guys to do that manually. I hope the creators of the mod don't have any issue with that. I will link that as a Google Drive link in the instructions document. So that's going to save you some time. It's going to be pre-configured and ready to go for this. It's very satisfactory. Fuck! I hate when I do that. I never learn with this game. Fucking never learn with this game. I keep pressing E to pick up objects. And all I do is I end up wasting salts. Nice. Okay, smooth. My health is back up just a little bit. Did I kill that guy? It looks like I may have actually killed that guy. Okay. Oh, shit. A bit of this. Oh, fuck. This fucking ledge, man. I believe I demonstrated this earlier. Nice. Super important. Oh, that's really important. Okay. We are under control. I still have that one. I think I can go get it from the lower levels. There we go. Nice. I thought I was gonna die in this room. Okay, here he comes. He comes when I actually arrived here. How's my salts? Oh, my salts are actually good. I'm not on the wrong vigor like I kept doing earlier. Oh, fuck, I'm not going on that ledge. That fucking ledge is like a wall sometimes, depending on what angle you show up from. Fucking ass. Okay, I'm gonna actually get out of the way and do what I did earlier, which is to drink and kill this fucker first. Where are you? I can actually do it from the other side without getting shot. Okay, when it gets closer.
Mercy belongs to the Lord.
Well, that was bullshit. Ooh. Crazy. Who's the other guy? Incoming jump scare where he just fucking comes around a corner and just fucking surprisingly shooting at me. Which means he could see me. Where is he? Fucking annoying bastard. What a beauty. What a fucking beauty. 3 times in a row, no deaths. Whew. fucking love this game. And this is where I start playing. This is my setup. I'm back to my setup. I'm so happy that I didn't run into like an issue where my system decided to start making the game crash. That would have been such fucking bullshit. I'm just, phew, really very, very lucky shit. Give me my health back! Fuck you! Oh, not just that, but I get the health on melee kills now. It changes the game. It actually gives you incentive to use the melee. It's so much fun. I actually, during this testing, had genuine fun doing that shit. Okay, I know about gear. Hill Runner's at shield breaking increases movement speed. Okay, let's take the gear and go see what we got. Alright, I've replaced the burning halo, which makes my melee strike catch people on fire. Maybe it'd be a problem. I don't think it's going to be, because this one looks interesting. I'll move faster when my shield breaks. Oh, dumbass. Alright, cool. Wow. Holy Jupiter shit. You know, I will say something. If there's one game that actually looks really good in PSVR 2, it's this one. But there is one thing I'll say in the comments I saw with the PSVR 2 video about the colors being washed in the Quest 3. You're off your rocker, man. Yeah, if you find the colors are washed in this headset, you're off your rocker. Yes, they're different from the PSVR 2. These are not OLEDs. I understand that. But these colors are not washed. Actually looks very good in here. I find the display resolution and clarity through the lenses to be one of the greatest assets of the Quest 3.
Get out of here, snipe. You wanna
Oh,
know what we
there's a
do?
cutscene. Cool. What the fuck?
You don't.
Hey. Oh, I don't remember seeing all this so clearly.
Just want to talk to you!
I said stay away!
Bitch, do not do that.
Elizabeth!
What?
Get away from me!
Just hold up for a minute!
Stay away!
I'm not angry with you! Hey, watch out! Move it! Move!
This is amazing. This is so cool.
Damn it!
I'm not going with you!
I didn't remember none of this.
I have no need of one such as you!
No, no!
Let me go!
Show yourself! Come on! My patience is done running!
Fuck. Ah, shit. Whoa! That is so fucked! I don't like this. Whoa. Okay, I need my shield to rebuild. Actually, it does make me freak out about my shield though. Come on, come on, come on, come back. Oh, machine gun ammo, cool. There's a fucking turret. Ooh. Oh, wow. Ah, shit, too far. Wow. So dangerous. I hate the turrets so much! Yes! Finally. I just saw it die. Ooh. It's right there. Nice. Okay, let's go around here, because I think there's another one. Come on. Fucking asshole. He disappeared. Nice! Finally. Fuck's sake. Good. So, what do I got? Ah, shit me, man. Where is he? Here we go. Yeah, clearly. Oh. Die already. Let's go back at them. Nice. Yeah!
Keep your eyes to yourself, Quilo.
Oh. Oh, that's it. Huh. I have not yet really been screwed with salts. Although I know that it'll come eventually. I've only done 3 on the health. Let's go for an extra one. Yeah, that is cool. Whoa! No! Not with a pistol! Holy shit! What? Holy fuck. Oh my god, I've never experienced this cutscene at the correct field of... Not again! This fucking game! Ah! Holy shit! Oh, this is so good! No, even the fucking thing she spawns in almost fails to help. Oh my god. This is just...
I'm slipping.
Do not attempt to follow me, Mr. Drake.
Elizabeth, I made an arrangement to get our airship back.
You can get us out of here.
Yes, I just need to supply enough weapons to arm an entire uprising.
And where will we get these weapons? From one of our many friends and allies?
A gunsmith in Finton should be a walk in the park. What do you say, partners?
You're a liar, Mr. DeWitt. And a thug. But you're also my only means of reaching Paris.
And I am given controls back. And it seems that right now, things are not attacking me. Wow. Look at this beautiful view. This is psychotic. You would think that this game was not just made for VR as it is playing right now, but made recently, and it runs beautifully. This is strangely one of the smoothest runs I've had. Oh, there we go. There's my save. Oh my god.
That would be your gunsmith. Who sent you to find this person?
Daisy Fitzroy.
She's either a great hero or the worst of scoundrels, depending on who's doing the telling.
She's good for an airship. I don't care if she's the Queen of Holland.
I'm not gonna take this too seriously. I want to quickly go in and just take a look as I do the outro. But that's all I got for you tonight, folks. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you got a good POV of me doing the setups in real time. And really, this last one was the most natural one, because I barely commented while doing it. And it literally took me a little under 8 minutes, so... an absolute beauty. That's okay. I didn't expect you to let me use the goddamn elevator. That's it. Thanks for watching Stereo 3D Plays all the way to the end. Sorry that it was a little less eventful, but I think we still had some really good fun here. I think that so far, throughout all the parts, today's was the best gameplay. I'm starting to not die anymore. Starting to figure out how to use the seated controls better and better. So, hopefully that continues improving. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Why would... you know, when they're blocking it with the cops, why would everyone still be waiting here and begging to use them?